Today I'm going to show you a contradiction in the what David-WYNN Miller, David-WYNN, Miller, taught, and what he would actually use as examples, not only in his seminars on a dry erase board, but also in his documents, in his textbook, and on his website. There's a clear contradiction there. Well, there are contradictions there, but this is one of them. And I'm going to show it to you right now. Now, I know what you're about to hear and see. It's going to be very hard to hear it, but I ask that you listen very closely. And I'll try not to make any noises so that you don't blow your speakers out. But this is from a seminar that Russell J. Gould put on, a director's party, where David-WYNN Miller attended via Skype. And so you're going to see David on a screen via Skype speaking to the seminar director's party attendees. And he's going to explain the positional sequencing, i.e. concatenation, in a correct sentence structure. So here we go.
All the sentences that are used are specifically engineered through quantum mathematics. In the same way that you write a math problem and you make a mistake, you get the wrong answer. If you write a sentence and you use the incorrect prepositional phrase, which is out of order, or you use multiple prepositional phrases, what is known as double speak, it would be like saying for the knowledge, for the fact, for the claim, for the authority. See, I'm using the same preposition, but I don't have a cause and effect. It's for the, of the, is with the, of the, with the, by the. So, and then you put your facts would be your words supported by definition in the respected order.
Now let's turn our attention to a screenshot still from the famous 9+ hour seminar that's publicly available on YouTube. You can see this sentence right here. For the claimant's knowledge of the facts is with the claim of the law, rules, codes, and regulations with the CSSC PSG of this court with the avoidance of the perjury. Now I'm going to take those exact words the same way he spelled it, punctuated it, and written it, and put it onto a Word document. So we can all agree that that's what it says, right? For the claimant's knowledge of the facts is with the claim of the law, rules, codes, and regulations. That's an ampersand right there, regulations, with the C period, S period, S period, C period, P period, S period, G period of this court with the avoidance of the perjury, full stop. Note that he has not underlined any of the compound facts. Okay? He has put periods in, but he has not underlined any of the compound facts or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. I have typed it out exactly as he has written it here. For the claimant's knowledge of the facts is with the claim of the law, rules, codes, ampersand regulations, with the CSSC PSG, with a period after each letter in that abbreviation, of this court with the avoidance of the perjury. Advanced students out there, what's wrong with this picture? My advanced students will know exactly what's wrong with this picture. First of all, and right off the bat, David-WYNN Miller has violated his own rule when he said, for the, of the, is, with the, of the, with the, by the. Right here. That positional is incorrect. It does not end on an authority. It ends on a concern, or as he would say, a consequence, or as Russell might say, an assignment. What else do you see? In terms of correct sentence structure, that abbreviation is incorrect. What else do you see? Particle of negation in effect. RE means no. He and Russell have said that countless times. When you go into a bank and you get a receipt, means no seat. Well, it means the same thing here. Nogulations. So this is not correct sentence structure. This is incorrect sentence structure. So now I'm going to syntax it for you. As you can see, there are no 5s, 6s, or 7s here. 4 is a pronoun in the future tense, and we know nothing can follow a pronoun except for a break in the continuance of the evidence or an adverb. Adverb the is modifying claimant's knowledge into a compound adjective, which is coloring non-tangible contract of into a pronoun. Same rule, nothing can follow a pronoun except for blah, blah, blah. The is an adverb, modifying facts into an adjective, which is modifying is into an adjective, which is coloring with, non-tangible with, into a pronoun. Followed by an adverb again. The is an adverb, modifying claim into an adjective, coloring of into a pronoun. The is an adverb, modifying law into a verb. Then we have a break and a continuance of the evidence with this comma. And we have this word rules, which is followed on the port side and starboard side by commas, so breaks in the continuance of the evidence. So rules is a standalone pronoun. Then we have codes, which is tangible contract. That would be an adjective. And then we have this neutral conjunction, which is 0. So we have codes, which has a coloring effect, which is traveling across this neutral bridge because conjunctions do not modify, nor are they modified. They're just bridges in the fiction for modification or bridges between syntax scenarios. And in this case, codes is an adjective, and that modification, that coloring, is traveling across the bridge of the conjunction to color regulations into an adjective as well, which is then coloring with into a pronoun. Then we have the as an adverb, modifying this CSS CPSG into an adjective, which is coloring of into a pronoun. This is an adverb, modifying court into an adjective, which is coloring with into a pronoun. The is an adverb, modifying voidance into an adjective, which is coloring of into a pronoun. And finally, we have the, which is an adverb, modifying perjury into a dangling participle verb. Now, what's wrong with this abbreviation? Well, I'm going to show you.